Welcome, Madden Warriors in YouTube, to another episode of Talking Game. Today, I got a very special guest, my boy Junior, man. What's going on, partner?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Oh, yeah, man. Welcome to the show, brother. You one of my favorite intriguing players to watch in the league, bro. I watch you come up a long way, upset a good player, and keeping game competitive now, bro. Now, I love to see it, brother. Love to see it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just trying to get better, bro. Trying to get better.
Oh, yeah, bro. You're doing a good job, bro. I'll give you that, brother. All right, man. So bringing you on the show today, man. I know you had a couple of things you wanted to go over with me, and try to figure some new things out. So what you got on your list, brother?
So I guess one thing is for sure the QB contain whenever motherfuckers want to take off running.
Okay,
That's the
okay.
first thing. And then the run in general. So to think contain the running backs or halfbacks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty much is it stick switch or
Switch sticking.
switch stick there you go. And then so I learned a little bit how to switch stick, but I'm just trying to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to lock it down pretty much.
Okay, okay, cool. All right, yeah. So those some pretty things, and all of them could be pretty annoying, especially the first two, especially when you got a guy that's scrambling on you, and when you can't stop the run, man. Because I'm a firm believer of when you stop in the run, you could dictate your defense because you'll know what to expect. If they can't run on you, then you know they're gonna pass. So and switch sticking, I mean, that just takes practice, but I got some good tips for you for that. And we also got another special guest that'll be on here, man. My dog Crook. He'll be going over the switch stick parts with you and live demonstrations, brother. So
Sir.
yes, sir. So first things, bro, let's go over the quarterback, containing the quarterback run. So me personally, I think there's three good ways you could contain the quarterback run. First thing is just using a regular quarterback contain from your adjustment menu. Sometimes they're able to get away with that. Sometimes it works. The second best way is putting a spy on the board, but then you get to give away some of your pass rush. And then what I think is the best way to contain quarterbacks is stunts. There's a couple of stunts that I really, really like, bro, that I'll go over with you. One of them is being an El Paso full man. Though that stunt right there do a really good job of like containing when the quarterback gonna roll out. Another good one is the left exit two man or the right exit two man, depending on which way the quarterback is running. So we'll go over those with you, and I think those is good. All right. And then as far as stopping the run or slowing down the run, there's a couple ways to go. It's all based off of, formations and personnel. So me personally, when a person come out in a heavy set like I farm, single back, pistol, I like to match it with, heavy set defenses as far as 4-3, 4-6, 5-2 to get those extra linebackers on the field. And I normally play those like when I'm 100% sure that they're going to run the ball. But, they're pretty good when you got those linebackers on the field. And I'll show you some good plays out there. And we also got a couple of diamond nickel packages where if you could contain the run a lot better too. And we'll go over that with you on that. And as far as switch sticking go, brother, I'm gonna let Crook take over that with you, but I'm gonna give you some pointers right here. Me personally, when you just starting out with switch sticking, I think the best defense you could run base is a cover four. And the reason I say that is because a lot of the times when people first learning to switch stick, they'll play like cover three or cover two and they'll switch stick onto that safety and pull him out of position and you'll get beat
Yeah.
over the top, right?
Yeah, it
So
happens a lot.
yeah, a lot. Now, if you play that with cover four and you pull one of those safeties out of position, you still got three other DBs back there that could probably recover you, especially on post routes. And I mean, you got the two flat zones and then you got the middle. So, you got three people you could switch to on the bottom and four people you could switch to over the top. And it just makes it easier because you could recover faster just in case you mess up. So that's my pointer for you on like switch sticking, bro. Like if you want to learn and you want to practice, like try to base it out of a cover four because if you do make a mistake of pulling that safety down, then you could recover from it.
I see. Now, how do you feel? Because so like it was a whole discussion about it.
Mm-hmm.
So most people use a linebacker and they switch back up to the top or bottom or size, whatever it is. For me, I've noticed that I use my lineman, and I could go from my lineman to wherever the ball's being thrown, and I just time it on like kind of. I try to time it on the exact time they throw it, so then
Mm-hmm.
it locks the nearest defender. And for me personally, I feel like it's working better. But when I try to do it with the linebackers or
Mm-hmm.
anyone on the inside, I always pull the guy back in or out or whatever the case is, and they get open free.
Okay. Yeah, so and you're talking about putting like alignment into coverage and then switching on to him, right?
Yeah, yeah. So no, like I'll switch from my lineman to my
Mm-hmm.
like cornerbacks, if that makes sense.
Oh, oh,
As the
okay.
ball's being thrown.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
I mean, if that's your way of like running it and it works for you, then it works for you. Me personally, I go off of like what the opponent doing. If I notice they're throwing a lot of flats, I'll switch stick over to the flat immediately, and then I
yeah.
like to work my way up the field. Like, so if they're throwing a lot of
Makes sense.
flats, I'll switch to the flats, take away the flats, come back to the middle, cover the middle, and then you know cover the deep routes. Or I'll go straight to the safety, cover the deep routes if they like to bomb a lot and like to call those seams or quick post routes, and then work my way
Yeah,
back down if they're not throwing flats. But your method is pretty good too because it also kind of throws them off when you're on a line and then you switch out. They're not really expecting that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So yeah, I think that's a really good way too. Another good way I like doing it also is putting one of those linemen into coverage, and then trying to time a gap shoot and then switching over
yeah.
into it. That's a pretty good method too.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, but I don't think nothing wrong with how you're doing it, especially if that's your way of running it. As long as you like, distributing the switch throughout the field evenly and not just like solely focus on like one route. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, brother. So yeah, that's our three little topics today, man. You got any more questions about them or any more input?
No, that's no, pretty much it. Of
All right, brother. Well, let's get over to some live demonstration, man. And once again, man, I thank you for coming on to the show, brother. For sure.
course, bro, it's a privilege being here, bro. Truthfully.
Oh yeah, man. It's an honor, man. It's an honor. Like I said, man, you're one of my most intriguing and favorite players to watch, man. Just to watch your grind and to watch you grow, bro. I love to see it, brother.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, man. Well, let's get on to these live demonstrations, bro. All right, brother. Now we on to the second section of a live demonstration, and I want to show you how to contain the run first. So go to any formation that has four linemen on the line, and then hold down that play and look for the El Paso full man.
Oh, okay. Got you. I'm gonna do a cover three sky.
Okay. All right. So the way the El Paso full man is gonna work is those tackles gonna pull outside of those D ends, and they gonna contain way better jobs. So I'm gonna roll right. A lot of people play with right-handed quarterbacks, so they're gonna try to roll right and watch how much of a good job that they do containing. See that?
Oh, I see.
And even if they go run that same play again,
Got
it
you.
works for sure. It works for the left side also. You pulled him a little bit right there. But if you was
Yeah,
off of him, yeah, if you was off of him, he was there to make the play. Now, call it regular, and this time we're gonna use a regular quarterback contain from the hot route menu. So I want to say it's left on the D-pad and then L1 maybe, or right on the D-pad and L1. It'll say quarterback contain, and let me know when you got it.
you contain.
QB contain. So this one I feel is a little more inconsistent. But the thing is, when you run in stunts, you're not gonna get that much pressure, especially off that stunt. But this quarterback contain sometimes do a good job, sometimes it doesn't. See, right there, it did a good job. So that's another way to stop it. I'll punt the ball over to you, and then I'm gonna show you one more other method. So you're gonna take
Just
this right in or left in, whatever your choice is, put them on a QB spy. All right. So look at my left end and watch what he does when you hike the ball. Instead of playing, he's gonna back out into a spy position, right?
oh,
So if
okay,
you
that
roll
guy.
out, you could click the right stick. Oh no, don't get that. If you roll out, you could send him on a blitz also, even though he's spying. So I'll do it again for you. Put him on a spy. Actually, hold up. I'm gonna send all these guys deep real quick, and then roll out to the left, and I'll show you what I mean.
Okay,
So you see he's on that spy holding, but if you click the right stick, you can send him in like that.
I see.
So that's a good
Now,
method too.
okay. So, what about if you have them on a spy,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where I feel like they always get me is where they do the stupid thing where they run forward, and then like so you send them forward, but then they still get the pass in, and then that's what leaves I guess like the wide receiver open or whoever's behind your defender open. Like that.
Right.
That's a specific play that always gets me.
So the thing is, see right here, you'll send them.
If they're, like right here, and then or like where they throw it to X. You see what I mean? Kind of like that.
All right. So like that. So that's where your switch stick will come in good at. You send the spy, so you make him think that okay, he coming for the pressure, and that that route's gonna go out, right? So if you send a
Yeah,
spy and then switch stick to him, then that's all on the user to make a play right there. You know what I
I
mean?
see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's where switch sticking would come in handy. Or if you just send a spy in general, and that's another good thing about the spy too, right there. You see, he was a spy. He wasn't in coverage, and so but he still was there to make a play. So it's all about knowing. Me personally, I don't send spies unless I'm like getting really, really, really intricate. Me,
Yeah.
I like to send this stunt right here. I'll show you.
Oh, yeah. There's
Yeah,
literally
you
no one
see.
open other than him.
They covering all that, man. As soon as you roll out, they disengage their blocks, and they covering all that. That's like my best thing I could give you, dog. Like, if you really wanna, like, if somebody is really just constantly putting that run in your face or whatever, El Paso full man, or if they run into the right, uh, right exit man. Like, check this out. Run to the right now. This is a right exit man. And this dude really, I'm gonna put this guy in the deep zone so that he don't disturb you. And I just want to show you, like, when you scramble out to the right, they do a really good job at disengaging like that. You see that?
Yeah.
There's nowhere for him to go, you know. So spying, spying is one method, but there's better methods, as far as running a stunt, which I think is the best way to do it, and you could even run a stunt and put a quarterback contain on it also. Try to run out the either side again.
Yeah, there's
Look, bro,
literally nothing right there.
there's
Even if I
nowhere for
ran
him
to
to
the
go.
right.
You can't go nowhere with that thing. And you're still able to get a good amount of pressure. So, what I think one of the best run formations, if you have it in your playbook, which I think you do have it, is a 4-3 even 6-1. So, one of my favorite formations to come out in when a person is running the ball a lot. If you have it, I mean, you could use any 4-3. You could use a lot of 3-4 if they're coming out, like, perfect example in that single back right there. 4-3 or even 6-1. And I feel like the best base defense you could use is a cover four, any type of cover four. So, what I like to do, you see how your strong side is the right side. I like to bring this safety down, and I like to bring this safety down a little bit. And I like to use the opposite side of the strong safety. And then
That makes
we run from like that.
that actually makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. And now it gets a little tricky because if you do bring those safety down and you get hit with like a play action or it's actually a pass play, it get tricky. So, I like to run 4-3. Like even if you keep the safeties up here and run the middle linebacker, pinch your line just in case it's inside, and just try to, 4-3. Well, any cover four does a really good job at, stopping the run. You got lot of linebackers up in there. You got a lot of safeties. I don't know if y'all checked out my cover two seminar. I think cover two is pretty bad for stopping the run because you're relying on those two top safeties as your last defense. But cover four will be your best friend as a perfect person is running down. Like I say, bring your safety down, bring your other safety down, and just figure out which way he running. That's a nice cutback. But as you can see, that safety right there, well, that defensive back who's playing that zone, he's right there to make the play. So that's what I feel is the best base defense for running the ball is any type of cover four is a good base defense. All right. So you could say, okay, I don't want to play those heavy sets with the cover four. You don't want to bring the safety down, right? Because you're scared of getting, if it's not 100% committed to a run. So nickel and dime can actually be good run defenses also. So I'm gonna go into a really popular nickel set, which is nickel double mug, and I'll show you a good way to stuff in it here. So what I like to do is whatever side that running back is on. So your case is the right. I like to take the left linebacker and bring him in over the center. It sounds crazy, but hear me out. Run the play, and I'll show you why. It's pretty good. You know, it's a good run. You can't stop every single run, but the thing is to contain the run. The thing is to make them not want to run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, you see how you in a heavy set I farm, right? That's why I probably wouldn't run dime or I wouldn't run nickel because I'm really scared that not really scared, but I know that you're most likely going to pass. I mean, most likely going to run. So I don't want to be in that defense. But you still could make the nickel work. This case, I'm going to hover over this center again, and we still there to make a play. So when you running those packages like nickel and dime, that's really made for like passing and stuff, you could throw off the assignments a little bit and still get in with a run. And I'll show you out of dime also. Like we'll run dime and we'll run cover four. I take this guy right here that's on this assignment of blitzing, pinch my line, and hover a little bit. And as you can see, we slowed it down a good bit. Dobbins don't want to go down. Holy shit. But we slowed it down a good bit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so pointer for this lesson, bro, is cover four is really good no matter what with the run. You got a lot of defensive backs that's able to make a play. You know, it's just really good. Now, if you playing nickel or dime or whatever, if you're not too certain that they're gonna run the ball, but you still want to play whatchamacallit, just try to throw these assignments off. Try to cram the box right here in the middle, and you'll still do a good job of slowing down the run. So all those are good things to do, man. If, like I said, you're having trouble stopping the run, switch over to a cover four, man. And the object of the game is to slow down the run. If you can slow down the run, a lot of people will abandon the run. You know what I mean? And then you could switch over to you could coverage defenses and stuff. And the same principle apply for, you know, when they in I farm and single back in those heavy sets and shit, like 9 times out of 10 they're probably gonna run the ball. So you could come out in those heavy sets like 4-3 even. You could come out in those heavy sets like 3-4 and shit like that. So those are really good defenses for you, brother. And I taught you about the contains and shit like that. So uh be watching your games, bro. I don't want to see nobody running on you with the quarterback no more now, bro. I'm gonna be like, damn,
I
bro.
hope not, bro. I hope I contain it for sure.
Yeah, man. Like I said, you could use that contain, man, or you could go
How do
ahead and.
you? So what
Mm-hmm.
about the last thing? My bad. It's off topic.
No, you
Another one.
good,
But
bro.
what about RPO? How would you contain RPOs?
RPOs. Okay, so let's kick the ball over to you, and I'll run some RPO defense for you. RPO defense. The first thing about RPOs is you want to go into your coaching adjustments and you want to set these RPO read keys just like this. Option read key, conservative. Option pitch key, aggressive. RPO read key, conservative. RPO pass key, conservative. The best way to remember it is CAC. CACC. Conservative, aggressive, conservative, conservative. All right. So if your opponent is spamming those RPOs, me personally, I think the best RPO defense. I don't have it in this playbook. I do have something. Well, anyways, a good thing to run RPO defense is any type of cover two. All right. So what you want to do? You want to come out in the cover two. You want to shade underneath. Then you want to press R1 or RB if you're on Xbox, and you want to guess pass. That way your people don't get mixed up. So a lot relies on a switch stick, or you don't have to switch stick. So as you can see, boom, that cover two by playing that hard flat, he's right there. Okay. So I want to show you another good way you could do it too. So run that same play for me again, Junior. That's the same one.
Oh, shit. No, that's a different one. That's
All
okay.
right. So run that same play for me again, and I'll show you another good one. If your opponent is spamming a particular one, so same thing once again. Shade underneath, R1 or RB, gets pass. Now you take this defensive end and put him in a hard flat. And now what you want to do is time it. Now look at that.
Yeah, that was
You
almost a
know,
pick.
exactly. So if your opponent is spamming the same RPO, now of course it's hard to guess which RPOs he's running, but if he's spamming the same RPO over and over again, then throw a hard flat in it or come out in cover two, shade underneath. Your corners will do a good job. If you want to make a big play on it, put one of those defensive ends in a hard flat and try to make a play on it. Now, if you're running man coverage on the RPO, you're probably gonna get torched, man. It's pretty bad sometimes, but that's the pretty much the best thing I could say to you about a RPO. So if you're running another one again, shade down, guess pass, play your regular defense, and it does a good job of slowing it down. So now on to a segment, and I like to invite another special guest in. I'm gonna hand the sticks over, and y'all may know him as the three-time champ, Big Crook. He's gonna go over with you, brother, with the switch sticking and stuff. Another special guest. I'd like to thank him and welcome him to the show also, man. And yeah, let's get to it. Let's welcome Big Crook to the show, man.
We just said Junior, it's your boy Crook, Band Warriors. What's up with y'all? About to go over switch
Yes.
sticking. Go ahead and say something, Junior.
I'm chilling, bro. Chilling. Privileged to play with you, bro, and learn from you.
Say no more. Let's go. So we're gonna go ahead and switch sticking, man. The basic concept of switch sticking, basically what you want to do is think about what side of the field you want to uh, take away, and what part you want to let the computer, roam, right? So what we're gonna do is, I don't even know why I'm running this play. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just run this and do this. I'm about to just punt the ball.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bet. So when I come out, when I'm looking to switch stick, bro, I'll be looking at mainly what formation the opponent coming on in. What are the So look, I'm about to put my whole defensive line in the spy, so nobody's gonna rush. All right, so I got everybody just sitting there rushing. I mean, I got everybody in the spy. Is this a pass play?
Yeah, it's a pass play.
Go ahead and send everybody out on streaks. I'm gonna start on this guy right here, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna work my way around. Go ahead when you're ready. I'm gonna go safety, linebacker, safety, and then JC.
This game is crazy.
Yeah, you just with the right analog stick, just point which direction you want to go, and it's the same thing. That's pretty much all it is, brother. The switch stick, see where you want to go, what side you want to take away.
So for you, you go from your linebacker to the people outside, right? To the
Yeah, Mike
cornerbacks,
goes
safety.
from safety down. I go from linebacker up. So he goes from safety
Right.
down. I go from linebacker to safety. From corner
I
to
guess in the aspect for me, where I have a struggle is when I'm on my linebackers and I switch up. I feel like I tend to pull my safeties down or pull my cornerbacks down, and then just leave an open one play touchdown. Like, how do you
yeah.
prevent it from happening?
Uh,
Fuck.
that are you holding R2 when you switch sticking?
Yeah, actually, I think I
Yeah,
am.
don't hold R2 when you switch sticking. It's gonna put them in that funky little animation when you switch off them, when you switch on to somebody else. It's going
They like jump.
Yeah, they kind of like stutter a little bit. So you don't want hold R2 when you switch sticking. It's just strictly right analog stick, brother, and that's it.
For sure.
And I'm gonna come out of something. I'm gonna show the channel what we're gonna work on. This gonna be individual adjustments. I'm gonna come out in this double bracket switch, but I'm gonna have so this is when I'm in, and then I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna switch it. Hold on, don't hang it yet, Junior. I'm gonna switch it to this.
I'm throwing them all on streaks.
Oh, you okay? Just a simple little cover two shot on the back end. But that's gonna be on like another episode when when me and Mike get there. Uh,
Try one more.
boy, let go of that shit. Man.
Damn.
Yeah, brother. Some people start off on the cornerbacks and work their way up too. Like
Like
I start on the slot, then I play the flat, then I go from slot to linebacker to safety, just to see what what's going on. So like him, I follow him. He motioning, so now I know you're going over
Mm.
there. Boy, him with a double pass. It's a cool little feature. You once you get down, once you get on it, brother, you're gonna be a lot better.
No, my miss.
Fucked it up, daddy. Fucked it up at the very beginning. Man. All right, so go ahead. We're gonna see you. I want you to show me you switch sticking around, brother.
I'm sure I know.
Go ahead, put your whole defensive line in a spy. So you're gonna double tap the left D pad and you're gonna go left on the right analog stick. Nice, nice. So look, do this. Get on him in the middle of the field. You don't, look when you switch stick, you don't gotta switch stick fast and erratic. And when you switch stick, you don't want to drag somebody completely out of the way. You just want to take them, control them a little bit, and get to the next guy. Then get to the next guy. And don't press
Right.
R2. Slow it down a little bit. There you go. Just look at who you want to switch to, and just move that right analog stick to him.
I see what you mean.
Now I'm about to do it again. Or do the same thing. We're gonna do it in the red zone. It should be a little easier in the red zone because you got the back of the end zone and you have sidelines to as extra defenders. I call it.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. There you go. There you go. See, when you switch stick, you don't want to pull him out. Like, you don't want to take this. You don't want to switch stick on this corner all the way to the right and run him to the middle of the field. You just want to switch him, play that side, and then get to the next guy, play his area, and do it like that. That's how you want to do it.
I see what you
Just
mean.
just just like that. I'm about to hit score. That's how you want. That's switch sticking right there to its finest. Now, once you can control that, once you're able to control that on like on a high level, and quickly, because that's what's gonna break it down when you're going against top tier players. Can you do that? But can you do it quickly and efficiently? Because these
Yeah,
routes they setting up is to be quick. Some of them are deep bombs, and some of them are quick like little underneath stuff. So can you switch stick efficiently and quickly to where you think they're gonna go and just move around and get in position? See what I'm saying? I got X wide open. So get the X. Get to that tight end. I got circle. There you go. Get to him. I got squat in the middle of the field. Right there in the middle. There you go. I got circle. Back open. There you go. I got triangle. There you go. Cool.
I get it.
Yeah, now, but so now that you kind of get the basics, now you just got to get faster with it, brother. That's all it is, and that's just something we could give you the basics. Now you just gotta apply it and do it, brother. That's it.
Sweet.
You pretty much got it. Now it's just you got to get quicker with it though. Like you go against the money mans and the bullies and then the me is you got to be on it. Nice. I seen you switch stick to that streak up on the left side.
Yeah.
This how we gonna end it. This gonna be this for the lesson right here. Same thing. Spy everybody, and then we gonna you got 10 seconds to cover to not let nobody get open. I mean hit whoever open. I'm not gonna audible, high route or nothing. Just cover everybody. 10 seconds.
All right. Damn.
You seen it. I seen you get on the guy to the level. You dove. You there. Yeah there. You just gotta.
I thought the wrong way.
Hey, yeah there though, brother. That's all it is. And that's switch ticket for you. That's switch
I
ticket
get
for you.
that, bro. But that's us. Pretty much wanted to get the basics down on how to do it and all
That's all. Yeah, you got the basics. Now you just gotta find a defense. You gotta find out how you want to switch stick. You gotta find out what you want to take away. It get deep, bro. It's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole.
that. Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. So we went over how to slow down the run. We went how to slow down the goddamn quarterback running out the pocket. We went over some switch sticking with Big Crook, man. What you got to say about all that, Junior?
I feel like I'm gonna take it and roll with it and see what I could apply, and hopefully I get some more wins next season for sure. And this one, hopefully I close it off with a couple more wins.
Hell yeah, man. I'll be rooting for you, dog. I like to tune into you once again, bro. Like I said, you're one of my favorite players, bro, because, I appreciate your grind, man, and to see where you started at and when you come from, man. And, keep practicing, keep grinding, brother. Keep staying in the lab. I'm here for you. Like I always tell you, you need the lab, you need to practice. Hit me up, brother.
Yes, sir. I'm down with it.
Oh yeah, well, I'd like to thank y'all all for tuning in, man. I'd like to give a big thanks to Junior, coming on the show, taking time out his day, and putting in the work with us. I also like to thank Crook, man, for coming on the show also and being a special guest itself. And I like to thank everybody, man. And we gonna sign out on that note, man. Madden Warriors, baby.